What is up, y'all? It's the Real Black Diamond, also known as Diamante Ross. No, it's just Diamond Ross. And thanks for clicking on this video. I'm gonna share with y'all some tips to get y'all to speak your dreams into existence and to manifest that shit. That's what happens when you manifest it. I'm gonna not do that. I've got 9 tips for y'all today. I'm gonna share that with y'all. While y'all here, hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. You know what I mean? But let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. No wait, no. All right, so my first tip is that you should not be afraid to be that crazy dreamer, okay? Because there's always a crazy dreamer. There's always somebody who thinks outside the box. There's always somebody who is thinking of something that somebody else is not thinking of, okay? And if you're that person and people don't agree with your vision and people don't see your vision, there's a saying that goes, most people can see, but not everyone has a vision, okay? And I think I grabbed that from Billionaire PA's speech. She said his grandma said it. You know, and Billionaire PA, he was on TED Talks. He talks about manifesting dreams, and it's pretty motivational what he talks about. So I definitely suggest clicking over on that video if you need to. But before you do that, watch this one first. But overall, I mean, yeah, I think that is so true. Don't be afraid to be the crazy dreamer, because not everybody's going to agree with what you think. Not everybody's going to believe in what you believe. Not everybody is going to see that vision that you have. And you need to be strong in what you believe in your faith, and knowing that whatever it was that you were destined to do, whatever calling that God gave you, whatever dream or vision that God has put in your life, yes, you might sound crazy to other people, but it's not for other people, it's for you. Okay, and manifest it, bring it to life, show those other people that they're incorrect, show those other people wrong, show those other people that you can exceed outside of those boundaries, those lines of, you know, what's right from wrong, you know what I mean, as far as what their reality is versus what your reality is. The thing about it is that people cannot accept or cannot see themselves, you know, implementing that dream or that vision. So that's why they find it hard for themselves to implement, or for you to implement that dream or that vision. It's because they can't see it for themselves. And just because they can't see it for themselves doesn't mean that it doesn't exist and it can't happen. That's where I'm at. So don't be afraid to be crazy. We all love crazy. My second tip is pretty obvious. I feel like a lot of people talk about this. If you have dreams or a vision, whatever, you just have to write it down. Write it down. Like, whatever it is. If you're making a dream board, a vision board, that's a way of writing it down. You're getting it in front of your face every day. If you have a journal, write that vision down. Look at it every day. Make sure you get it in front of yourself every day. Proclaim those titles and those, you know, those career goals and those things that you want, that you're striving for, that you're dreaming to have, whether it be a mansion, you know, a really nice car, whatever it is. Get it in front of you so you can see it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a picture or you're writing it down and you're being specific, write it down. That's my second tip. That's it. Okay, so my third tip is to repeat your vision, repeat that dream, and pray about it. Pray. And request it. So, okay, so there's a lot of parts to this. Okay, so first things first, you know, when you believe that you were going to be something, okay, you need to speak it upon yourself. There's so much power on the tongue, let's just say that. And when you tell yourself over and over that you are something, then you become that, okay? I'm pretty sure that if you repeat it to yourself every day that you're a dog, you might turn into a dog. Not literally, but figuratively. I don't know if that's true or not, but you might start barking like a dog. So what I'm saying is, regardless of what it is that you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Whether it is you want to buy a nice house, a nice car, you want to make a lot of money, you want to, you know, become more developed within your career, you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, speak it upon your life, okay? Put it in front of you. You know, that's when you go back to tip 2, write it down. Put it on a post-it note, look at it every day, and put it on your mirror in the bathroom, repeat it to yourself. I am an entrepreneur, okay? I am an affiliate marketer. I am, you know what I'm saying, a YouTube partner. These are my dreams, okay? Just saying. But overall, repeat it, okay? And then pray about it. Tell God and be like, Lord, you know, I request, this is something that I'm requesting, you know, from you, Lord, you know, Lord, I pray that I become X, or that I am able to achieve X, or that I'm able to reach my goal X, and let God know, because, you know, or whatever higher entity that you pray to, or that you talk to, or the universe, like, speak to them and put it in existence, because any thought is just momentum to become something more. So you start with a thought, that little thought can branch out and become so much more based on the amount of energy and the amount of a momentum that you give it. So speak it, and then thank God. Okay, so that's one thing that they say when it comes to prayer. When you're requesting something, you request it, you ask for it, then you say thank you for it. Even if you haven't gotten it. Like if you have a job interview, you're supposed to ask God for that job, but then also thank him for the job. Okay? And that's where your faith comes in. And, you know, and that's kind of hard to teach, that faith aspect. It's like you either got it or you don't, but you really have to believe regardless of whether or not someone else believes. And you also have to make sure that you're sticking behind that dream and that vision. And that's where your passion comes in, okay? Because if you don't have passion for whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, then you're probably not going to stick with it. But that's a whole nother story. So speak upon it. Speak upon it. Let the universe know, let God know what your plan is, okay? Because he's got to have some play in it. And then keep repeating it. Because then once you repeat it, the more dedicated you are towards becoming that, because you are placing that title upon your life, then it will come to you. Tip number 4, do not listen to doubters and naysayers. Okay, I could literally talk about this all day, okay, because there's going to be people that doubt you. There's going to be people that don't believe in what you have to say, don't believe in what your vision is. They're going to be like, why are you trying to do that? Or do you think that's realistic? Do you think you can actually make money off of that? Okay, well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but sure. You know, there's just sideways comments, things that people say out of the side of their neck, and you're just like, ooh, go away. That was like them being a fly. And I smacked them away. But in all reality, people be talking out of the side of their necks, okay? And, you know, a lot of times people are just mad because they didn't think of it first. Okay, they don't know how they would do it, and they could never see themselves doing that. So they have a hard time grasping why you could believe you could do it for you. But the reality is that you're someone different from who they are, and your strengths, weaknesses, skills, abilities do not reflect who they are in any way. So do not listen to them. Naysayers, doubters, forget them, okay? And I'm so sorry if those people happen to be your friends or your family. I'm actually very sorry for you. And let's just have a moment of silence. Okay, it's over. Because your vision, your dream, your calling is more important than their opinions, okay? So this is why I have another video on my channel where it's like, don't share your vision with everyone, because not everybody is going to know exactly where you're coming from. They're not going to get it. You know, I had to learn that the hard way, I think. And I started to talk about what it was that I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. I started going into detail, and it was just like, they were like, huh? You know, it's just like they couldn't relate. You know what I mean? You have to find like-minded people to have these types of conversations with, where you share your dreams and your beliefs, people that you really trust. And sometimes it sucks because people you think you can trust, you can't really. So then you have to keep a lot of stuff to yourself and just execute. I feel like the best rebuttal to anything is results and execution. So the best thing you can do is just do it and prove to them that it could be done and that you can do it. And it might take some time, but that's where your patience comes in, and your belief and your faith. And hopefully it happens for you. You gotta believe. It's all about that belief that you can do it, regardless of what people are saying outside of you. Tip number 5, make sure that your dream is your passion, okay? period. I think I said this earlier, like, if you do not have a passion for whatever it is that you're pursuing, if you do not have a actual, like, okay, I don't even know what that was. That was like built up energy, okay, that you need to let loose, let go, let thrive in this world in some way. If you feel like you have some hidden talents people don't know about, or you have this dream that kind of seems outside of your realm of capability, that's you doubting yourself. So, okay, so that's where you got to go back to tip number 4 and be like, okay, ignore the doubters, which you can be your own doubter, okay? But if you have a passion, then no matter how hard it gets and no matter how challenging it gets over time, you're still going to push. You're still going to put that momentum, that energy, that effort behind what it is that you're trying to achieve. So just make sure that you have a passion for it. And that's why people end up just quitting, because, you know, maybe they want to hop on YouTube and make videos and they're just here for the money. You know what I mean? Because they see people can make money off of it. But if they don't actually have a passion to do whatever it is that they're trying to do on YouTube, then they'll probably end up quitting. No matter what it is that you're doing, like, you have to have that passion, or else you're just not going to enjoy it. You're not going to like it. I believe that your life can be created for you by yourself. If you have a passion for something, that you can put the energy, the effort, and the side hustleness into it, that even if you're doing something that you don't like full time, that you can create, that you can make that passion a career. But it all has to be laid down with the foundation, okay? And you got to have that belief and that passion that's going to help you thrive so that you can get towards your goals and your dreams. All right, so tip number 6. All right, let's get it. So the tip is to hold yourself with high regard. High regard. High. And then, sorry, I'm looking at my paper. Manage the energy of your own thoughts, okay? So this is where that confidence comes in, you guys. If you guys don't have confidence, you know what I'm saying? Like, behind your dream, like, then who's gonna believe in you? Who is gonna hop on your team? You know what I'm saying? Who else is going to actually support you? Because majority of the time, I mean, you do need supporters, no matter what it is that you're doing, because most of the time when you do something, it is for other people, okay? Especially, you know, those dreams and that vision. You have to work with other people, you know, not unless you just completely work by yourself in your own business, but majority of the time you're selling something, you're pushing something, you're trying to work with other people. So you have to have support, and a lot of your support will come from people that are not your family, not your friends. And that's why it's so important to hold yourself with high regard, because, you know, you've got to have that confidence to back up your dreams, and you have to think highly of yourself that you can do this, okay? And I'm telling you this because it's so true, and I'm here to motivate you, and I'm here to push you towards that goal and that dream. No matter how hard it may seem, no matter how many steps you have to take, no matter what path you have to go down, no matter who's telling you can't do it, like, you've got to still be solid in who you are and what you're doing. Period. And that's in life. That's on everything, okay? I'm just keeping 100. Just keep yourself with high regard, and then you've got to manage those thoughts. Like, you cannot let negative energy flow through your brain. Like, you cannot, like, when things get tough, you cannot, you know, have that negative mentality, like, I'll never get where I want to be, or I'm just gonna quit, or, you know, this isn't worth it for me, or because I'm not getting these results immediately. Everything that's worth working for takes more time, more energy, more effort, period. Like, that's just on everything. You gotta have that confidence to back the vision, okay? So if you guys don't have very much confidence, you have to work on that first. Work on the self-love you need to feed yourself. Work on how you can become a better version of you, so that you feel more confident when you do tackle those dreams and goals, so that you're prepared and ready. And you can do that at both the same time. Tackle that dream, that vision, that side hustle, that side job, while also building your confidence, getting yourself more solid, allowing yourself to grow and be better at what you're doing and who you are. Period. Okay, tip number 7. So tip number 7 is like something that I'm so totally working on myself, you guys. So I'm right there with you. Whew. And that is to be a doer, not a talker. Okay, don't be talking. Don't be over here like, I'm gonna do this. Hey, and then you ain't doing nothing. You just sitting there like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Telling everybody. Okay, for one, sometimes it's just good to work in silence, to be in silence. Okay, let's be real. Like, let's like humble ourselves a little bit. Don't be telling everybody what you got going on. Don't be telling everybody what your dream is, what your goal is, because then they'll be right there ready for you to fall, ready for you to mess up, ready for you to fumble. Okay, so that's where you gotta be. Just do it, like Nike, like just do it. Okay, don't like let your actions speak louder than your words. Okay, that's such a strong saying, because it's so true. You've got to let your actions speak louder, and nobody wants to be that doer. I ain't trying to just be, I'm sorry, backwards. Nobody's trying to be that talker. I ain't just trying to be talking like, oh, she's still talking about that. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're the girl and the boy that cries wolf. And you're like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna do this. And everybody gonna be rolling their eyes like, yeah, that's what you guys said last year or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So don't be that person. Don't just be a talker, be a doer. Do it. All right, so tip number 8. All right, this one's a good one. I like this one a lot. It is to stop complaining, all right, and using conflicting terms, okay? So conflicting terms are like excuses, okay? And those are low vibrational anyways. So just get rid of the complaints and the excuses, because that's not really going to get you anywhere closer to your goal at all. But I'm saying conflicting terms would be like, but, like you saying like, oh, I was going to do this, but, you know, that's not speaking it into existence. Like, you've got to use positive words, positive energy, and positivity when you speak about those things. Like, I am. Okay, those are positive terms. When you say but, that is a negative term, conflicting term, and you don't want to add any resistance towards your goal. Okay, so you know, one thing that I've listened and heard and learned from Abraham Hicks on YouTube. She talks about manifesting her dreams, and it's a woman that's talking, but it's Abraham Hicks. I don't know, but look her up on YouTube. She has cartoons that speak for her, but her voice is so powerful. Anyways, talks about fighting the resistance. Okay, so that's a part of that, and complaining is resistance. Those conflicting terms is resistance. Every single thing that you say has momentum. So if you're saying something negative like, oh, I'll never get this done, or this won't get complete, or I'll never be this, or I'll never have this, then guess what? That's probably what your reality will be, because you're speaking that into the atmosphere. You're putting that out there for the universe to hear and accept. And me personally, I'm not gonna give no resistance, okay? I'm learning to surrender to God and let him use his powers that may be after I pray. But I put my faith into, I put my faith, there's no faith without works, terminology there. I put that into action. Like, you have to put it into action in order for you to see the results. Okay, results, you can't talk crazy about results. Okay, result. So you gotta put in the work, stop complaining, stop using resisting terms, and be Gucci. Okay, positivity. Just think like every single thing I say is what my reality could be. Okay, and if you want your reality to be positive, you want your reality to be strong, you want your reality to be positive and what you want, you've got to be positive and you got to speak it into your life, honey. Okay, and then my last tip is number 9, and that is to be patient and be consistent. Faith without works is dead. That was the term I was looking for earlier. I mean, real talk, you guys. Like, let's just be real for a second. Nobody wants to be patient. Nobody wants to wait for stuff to happen. Nobody wants to wait. That's why, you know, when people pray and they say they have faith, but then things don't happen in the right time or the timing they thought was the timing, then they're always like, man, see, that's why I don't be praying, because, you know what I'm saying? But with that mentality and with that thought process and that way of thinking, it's just not going to get you far. Because things don't happen directly when you think they're going to happen, you know? And that's what sucks. I mean, you know, if we were all God, then we could make it happen. We wanted to make it happen. But you know what? There's only one. And there's only one universe. And there's only one fate for you. So the reality is that, yes, you can determine that fate. And you can put in the work to see the fate that you would like to see. And you can be rewarded. You know, that karmic energy will come back to you based on how much energy, effort you put into it. You know, if it's a solid product, a solid purchase, a solid service, a solid dream, a solid vision, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be patient, and that's what sucks. That's the hardest part. I think that's the hardest part. And sometimes, like, your vision could take longer than somebody else's, and you're like, we started at the same time. You know what I mean? Or why did it take shorter amount of time for them to see what I was trying to get versus what I was trying to get? And that's when you have to kind of reevaluate your strategy. Like, you might have to change things up, and it's really just because everything to me happens for a reason. I mean, we've all got to learn our own ways about patience, and I've had to learn in multiple ways, trust me. So I know all about that patient life, okay? I just gotta be patient, and you know, that's just how it rolls. So, and the consistency key. So I have some friends who I just feel like are so consistent in their lives and the things that they do and their goals and their talent and their craft, and I'm just so proud of them. Oh my gosh. But you know, for me, that's been a struggle. Consistency. Like, I haven't been able to really grasp what it means to be consistent in my life, and so I'm trying so hard to learn how to be consistent and show up every time, you know, how to do something and really put the work in so that I can be where I want to be. And so I'm pushing towards that, and you guys do it with me, okay? Speak your dreams into an existence with me, okay? Because I'm gonna document this. I'm gonna be documenting my dreams. I'm gonna be putting them up here, you know, and I'm gonna be sharing my experiences. And I've manifested a lot of love, light, happiness, joy, peace in my life already. And you know, I'm 26 years old. I'll be 27 in 2021 this year. And I really believe that I have so much power within me to bring so many things amazing to my life. And so that's why I'm talking about this before even I'm at my, you know, that self-actualization level where it's like you're your best version of yourself. I'm gonna make a video about that self-actualization because I'm trying to reach that, and I want to be that spiritual being that people come to so you can understand more about how you manifest and bring so much happiness and joy and peace and your vision to life, okay? Because I'm gonna be that testimony, and I will declare it today. I'm gonna be that crazy dreamer that we talked about in step 1. So that's pretty much the end of this video, you guys. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you like this video content. I'm gonna be putting out a lot of videos like this in the future, so don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button. And I really appreciate you watching. You know, I put out videos in regards to like personal growth, development, love, relationships, God, interpersonal relationships, connections, whatever else you guys are trying to watch. I got y'all. Just put that mouse over that subscribe button and show your girl some love. That's it. It's so easy. But thanks for watching, y'all. Have a magnificent day manifesting those dreams. Bye.